Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us for our Thursday here on the channel. A Thursday which was sort of tipped on its head just a little bit due to the fact that the stock of our new collection has, well, in certain parts sold out and in other parts hanging on by a thread. I'm talking about the Halloween Pets collection. So we previewed it this morning on Wake Up Call. The showstopper in the UK has sold out. If you are shopping in the US for the showstopper of this collection, you have 7 opportunities left to buy. If you want individuals, we are low stocked right across the board. So it's a case of if you want it, here it is, come and get it. You better hurry because it's going fast. We switched the shows around as well because I think if we'd have waited until 5 o'clock tonight to launch these, we would have been launching nothing. So that's the reason why. So we've got the official launch of whatever we've got left right now. Colour Me Happy, if you're waiting for that show, will be on tonight between 5 and 6. That is midday Eastern, 9 AM Pacific for that 1 hour. So that's coming up later. Apologies if you didn't get the memo on that, but it's all literally just happened over the course of the last half an hour, all this switching around. But we are here, we are live. If you have managed to pick up the collection already, well done. If you've got any questions that you want to ask about it, feel free. If there's anything that you want to see over the course of this show, then again, feel free to ask. We are happy to do whatever for you. But if you want this collection, what's left of it, you need to be shopping now. You don't need to wait for an hour. You need to shop now. Before we get into it, let's say hello to the lovely lady to the other side of the studio. Who, thanks to her, I have got David Bowie's Space Oddity going around in my head. So let's go over to the lovely Sheila Halliwell and say, good afternoon, Sheila, how are you?
Good afternoon, Ben and everyone. I am very well, thank you. I'm ready for another good 2-hour session of crafting with our fabulous Halloween pets.
It's a really fun collection, this, isn't it? And just watching you again this morning or earlier this afternoon, you can have a lot of creativity with this, and you'll make all of the different animals and the different pets from this collection. But again, if you think out of the box just a bit, this is a collection that's going to allow you to create more than just what is on the box, right? Oh,
definitely, yes, for sure, because we've got stamps in there. So straight away, you're going to use your stamps for lots of different things. Obviously, they're Halloween themed, but just looking at them now, I mean, we've got like the word season, have a happy season. So again, that could be for Christmas. Yeah. You know, we could do happy treat. You know, you could do happy treat. Sometimes you can mask off your stamps as well and add certain letters. So you could maybe add the S from the season, add it onto treats. So that's the one little element of it. You've got the flocking in there, which you're going to be able to use for years to come because you've got loads in there and you use the tiniest amount, like embossing powder. You've got the dyes that are absolutely, you know, it's laden with dyes, and the more you look at it, the more you will see different shapes. I mean, even yourself, Ben, as you said earlier. Oh, yeah. One of the little cards that I'd done, just simply, the one I showed you with the flocking on there, if we show you that one, that immediately ignited in Ben's brain the Pac-Man game. Yeah. Because you've got the ghost on there, haven't you, in Pac-Man? 4 ghosts. Yeah, yeah,
and then you can make your own Pac-Man.
Exactly. So if you've got a circle die, you could make a Pac-Man. If you've not got a circle die, I was thinking what else you could use. If you bought the Santa card die that's got the belt and the buckle of Santa, the buckle might work because it's a round one with a little bit cut out. So the inner bit that comes out, you might be able to use that as like the Pac-Man with the mouth open. And again, you could do your, you could use the flocking with your thin double-sided tape to actually create the board that they go round on. So again, and that was Ben coming up with that after seeing the ghost. So again, all the samples that we have ignite something else in other people's minds, which is fabulous. Really, it goes to show just how great and versatile the dies are that are designed here at Crafters Companion.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at lots more finished samples and lots of creativity coming up with Sheila. Get the questions and comments in. We've got Jan on the show for this one. Imani joins us saying good day to everyone. Still raining cats and dogs here in Kentucky, so I'm getting inside my craft room. Or I'm getting my craft on, you say. Karen Carter joins us saying hi to Ben and Sheila and the community. Hillary joins us saying good afternoon everyone from Hillary and Holly Collie. Hello. And woof. Trudy joins us in Florida. Alison Mason's in. Mary Beth Doyle is in. Carolyn Wilson says hello again. I've ordered on the first show so I can watch and enjoy. Well done to you. And Karen Fisher says, hello from Florida. I've ordered the Showstopper, such a fun set. I will also be making Sheila's Witch, which we'll look at in just a second. So, Showstopper gone in the UK, in the US, 6 Showstoppers left. It is everything for $27.20. So basically what you'll get, all of the dies, and you'll see Sheila using these over the course of the show to be able to make all of the pets in all of the different costumes. To be able to make, I'll show you a few here, look, to be able to make all of these cute little pets. There's pumpkins, there's cauldrons, there's cat ghosts and dog witches, and there's, what would you call it, a vampire dog, Dogula. I
Dogula.
I am Count Dogula. Woof, woof, woof. So yeah, you can make little cats in there as well. Look at that. Again, Sheila showed you that a little bit earlier on. The dog popping out the pumpkin. So all the dies to be able to do that. Also in the collection, you have got all these stamps, as Sheila was just showing you again. You've got things like Boo, you've got Halloween, you've got Halloween, Yappy Halloween, Perfect, Treat, Spooky, loads of different stamps there, and then you've also got your flocking powder. This is something as well which we'll definitely look at over the course of this show, because I know a lot of people have been wondering how to apply that flocking powder, how much we need, how we do it, what glue we use. We will talk all around that. But you get a pot of it feels so lovely. I wish there was touchy vision at this point. But you get the brown and then you get the black as well. So that's really going to help you bring all these creatures to life. And then if you are one of the next 6 people to get the Showstopper, you'll also get the pad. We did have a question from Little Bear saying the GSM. 250 is the GSM of this cardstock. And you're getting all of these different colours to be able to work with. It's a really nice size, I think, to be working with when you consider the size of the dies that you've got. But you know what? 5x7, you've got all those sheets in there. It is actually 32 sheets, 8 colours, 4 sheets of each. Bring in your scrap boxes as well, bring in your gubbins boxes and use up all of those bits and pieces that you've got left. That is the full collection. You can order the paper pad on its own, multi-order that potentially. You can order the flocking powder on its own, multi-order that. You can order all of the bits and pieces as individuals. Check your website. Things are disappearing very quickly. UK Showstopper gone. 6 of the Showstoppers left in the US. If you want the pad on its own, the feline fur pad, we have got 65 left in the US and 63 left in the UK. That is all we have. It's pretty much a neck and neck race. Who's going to sell out first, the UK or the US? It's down to you at $6.39 or $7.96. Is the price on that one. Again, worth stocking up. I know we had messages earlier on from various people saying that they'd multi-ordered on the card pads. You can do that, but of course, we've only got 65 and 63 of those remaining. Other bits and pieces, as I say, individuals, you'll be able to find on the website. Hi to Rita, who's joined us from Louisiana. Mary Shaw's joined us, saying hi to Ben, Sheila, crew and crafters from Northwest Florida. And hello again, Angel, who says, I'm looking forward to the creative makes for this collection. Shall we get into a little demo then? Shall we get started?
Yes. So I've just been busy collecting because I'd really like to show everyone. I think it's really important that we show them the flocking before we actually make anything on a card or anything, because there are so many people who have never even seen flocking or know what it is. Basically, it's just like pots of velvet. Really, it's beautiful. It's got a matte finish, so it's not shiny, it's not glittery. I'm not sure if you could put some in an extra pot, separate pot, and even add glitter to it. I don't know. Okay. We could maybe try it, but what I wanted to do was just show you a couple of ways of actually sticking this down. If you're going to cut your dies from it, and I'll just bring this in because this is what I did. So I was going to use, I've got some craft card here, and I've got some black card. Now, normally when we are putting double-sided sheets on the back, we're cutting. Let me show you. So say we're doing the ghost, for instance. We would put the ghost on there, so that then when we cut it out, we just peel off the back and we stick that on. What I've done for my flocking is I've actually turned my card over, and it doesn't matter because the flocking is dark what colour card you use really, because you can fill in the gaps. Yeah. But I would be cutting now through my double-sided adhesive on the top, so that then when I've cut it out, because when a die cuts, it gives you that little like beveled edge, very tiny edge. Yeah. And I still wanted that edge on the cat that you saw I'd done on a card. So I would cut my die cut, my shape from that, with this on top, and then basically what you'll have is your cardboard shape with your sticky top on, and then you can just put your flocking on. That's how I did all my bits.
Okay.
But what we'll do first is we'll just show you some of the flocking, and I'll just show you some of the things you can stick it on with, because I think that's great. Because if you're wanting to do some textures on your card with the flocking, you can do that. And if you're buying multiples of the flocking powder, then you'll need to know what you can stick it on with. So this is just one of our straight tape runners. So if I do it this way, actually. So what I'll do is I'm not sure if that's open, is it? Oh, I knew it wouldn't work. They just don't like me, these tape runners. We'll do the dotty one first, and then I'll get that one. Because I didn't think it would work on the dotty ones, but it actually does. So if I put some of my dots down there like that...
So you could do like a spotty dotty dog, couldn't you?
Yes, you could. Yeah, definitely. So if I put some of the brown on top... Now, sometimes it comes out quite lumpy. Yeah. It won't come out, but then all of a sudden a big lump will drop on there. Yeah. But it doesn't matter, because you're just going to treat it like you do with glitter. So let's rub it in all over first.
Can you use your fan brush here from the...
You probably could, actually. Yeah. You probably could. I like the texture of it.
Oh, okay.
So obviously we've got it covered there now, but you can't see the dots. So if I rub a little bit harder like that, and I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on, it's taking off some of the top of the flocking there. And you can see now how the dots are coming through. So if you were wanting to create an edge like that with texture, that's one little way of doing it. And it does work with your dotty pens, which I think is great, actually. I think it's really, really good, because it could, it could be part of a road. It could be, you could be doing a brick wall. So if you were doing little bits, like take your dotty pen and just do a few bricks and then different ones underneath, you could probably create like a brick wall. But you can see there how that shows it's only gone onto the dots, which is really, really clever. Now then, what we'll do as well, I will show you another way of doing it. So you can actually do the flocking with, we'll cut an animal as well, and then we can show you how, just how I'd explained there before about how you can do that. You can also, if you've got any of your sticky pads or your foam pads, whatever you've got, it will adhere to that as well, because we didn't mention that before.
Oh, yes, of course.
So if you're wanting to, again, you could do like bricks on there. You could do a brick wall, so you could be making like a really dimensional brick wall. And there's something lovely about actually touching this. Some people might not like it, but...
Can I have a feel?
It's really quite nice, yeah.
I want to get in.
I knew you'd want to get in and try it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it is a nice feel.
It feels really, really nice.
Do you know what that feels like? Like the green baize on a snooker table.
Oh, yes.
It's got that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
The snooker table feel.
Oh, yeah, of course, snooker table. But it does feel really nice, and it's the same in the pot. But it is quite, what's the word, like fine, but you will get like a big lump every now and again, it just flattens out. But it does feel really nice to the touch when you put it on something like that. So that's another way of doing it. Red liner tape. It'll stick to red liner tape. It will stick to glue, not tacky glue and not the all-purpose glue, because as Leanne said yesterday, that's too wet. So you need it to be on something like double-sided tape, dotty tape pen, straight tape pen, double-sided sheet. So if I show you now what I'll do on this one, this is the black one, isn't it? Let's cut a pair of the little black legs here, because then, as I've seen on some of the samples, I think one person had done just the ears. So they'd just done the ears with the flock. And that, which then gave me another idea. You know, if you've got young children in the house, or you have grandchildren or whatever, you could be making little Halloween story.
Oh, I love that idea.
And put the flock in on the dog or on the cat or on the bat wings, whatever you want to, just to make it have that texture, because kids love to have those like little feely books, don't they, where the textures. Now that is, because I've put that through with an adhesive sheet on top, it's actually embossed the adhesive sheet, believe it or not. So I am wondering as well, if we take that off let's have a look and see. I'll take the top off there. So take the double-sided sheet off to reveal the sticky underneath. Yeah, and it has still embossed that. So what I will be doing now is putting, and we'll just do this on the sheet. So let's get some.
Just to say, while Sheila's just flocking, the paper pad in the UK, don't scream and shout, but that has now sold out.
Oh, it's gone.
Knew that it would. That
Yeah, we
60
did.
went very, very quickly. People multi-ordering there.
We did.
Just in the US now, it's 796. There's 61 left in the US of those.
Gosh. Yeah, everybody's loving it, aren't they? Which is fabulous. You're just going to love it, I think, as well, because it all comes. You know, it's such small, like a little pad, little pots, little dies. It's a great compact way of taking it, maybe, you know, on your holidays. Some people go away for like over the winter period, don't they? I know it's Halloween, but if you're changing it to do other things with it, you know, people go away on holiday and they go, what can I take with me that's not bulky for the caravan?
Yeah.
Things like this. If you've got Gemini Mini, you're going to be cutting
Perfect.
and flocking and making all different kinds of shapes. But there's that leg now, and you can see it's actually covered it right the way over. And even if I go around the edge with my finger like that, there's a tiny little bit of flocking just around the edge, which gives the impression that it is a dog that's got fur or hair, which is quite nice. But then, of course, what about doing, and I've never seen anything like this before, what about doing a flocked bat? Now, in here, you don't actually have a bat, but you do have 2 bat wings.
That looks a bit like a bat, whatever that bit is there.
I can't see that
over.
from over there.
It looks a bit batty. I reckon, like if you. No, it doesn't look a bit like a. It does. That looks a little bit like a bat. That.
Yes, it does. It does look a bit like a bat. Yes, it absolutely does.
What bits
that
are you
bit.
using though to
So
cut the
I'm
bat?
using these bat wings because these are what you put on the.
Oh, so just join them together.
Yes, but that one, I kept looking at that and I thought, I do not know what this is, and this is actually the collar of the Dracula cape. So can you see you put that behind the dog?
Yeah,
but look at this now as well. Now we're looking at the silhouette here. You can see you've got the eyes here and you've got the nose and the mouth. But this could be a hat. So you could be making, like you could have no eyes on the dog. You could do the nose and the mouth or on the cat and then have this hat that covers their eyes. So you could use this, which is the legs, as a hat.
Do you know what I've just seen there as well? Sorry, like it's funny you see stuff. So I don't know why, when I saw that, the little nose and the mouth, it made me think of Paddington Bear.
Yes.
And then I thought, there's his hat.
I think that's where I was going with that.
There's
like
his face.
Yeah.
You could make Paddington Bear out of that.
Yeah, you could. And I'm looking at this one as well. So this is the cat's face, but when mine was like on the side here, while you were talking, I was looking at it. And I think if you turned that around that way, you could put eyes on there and that would be like an owl, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah,
like
it
an
would.
owl head. And you could put that underneath then as the body, because it looks like it's got feet just resting on a branch. You could make a branch with your flocking, with your brown flocking. You could even use like this bit for the owl's chest. You've got this bit here as well, which could be an owly fairy chest. And you've got these ears as well, which could be like wings. So you're going to be able to make lots of other things that we are seeing each time we look at this. You know, it's amazing. Just looking at stuff and thinking of what you could use it for.
I feel like I've become more creative since I've been here, but I feel like when I hang out with you, you help me to open my mind more, and then I see things which I wouldn't normally see, if you know what I mean. And then, but that's the way you work, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go like, there's no silly ideas, have a play, and see
if
what
it
happens.
works.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I don't think it is that you are very creative, Ben. I don't think it's me that's making you look at it in a different way. Just because I've said. I've said, look at it in a different way, and you might do.
See, can I just say as well now, anyone else thinking, you can make a skeleton here. There's all his ribs.
Absolutely.
And then you've got his legs, arms, and then you've got his little skeleton face there as well.
Yeah, of course. It's amazing what you see. And of course, you can cut these individually and stick them on the pumpkin.
Oh, that's the face,
Those are the eyes. Or you can cut these out from the pumpkin and then put a little light behind. But yeah, it's amazing what you can see when you start looking. It really, really is. These are the witch's feet.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the witch's feet because they're like pointy shoes. But yeah, it's quite amazing what you can see and what you can create from it. But because we've not got a whole bat on there, I can now cover these bat wings. So we'll do that quickly so you can see where we're going with it. And then we can, if we pop that to one side.
Hilary says it's like Jamiroquai's hat. It is
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Jamiroquai, of course. Yeah, you could be making your own flocked Jamiroquai.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of creativity,
You
says
did have a flock
Lakieta.
hat,
Hi,
yeah.
Violet King. Hilary says, I'm thinking of making a witch or vampire Holly Collie and putting Happy Hollyween on the cards.
Oh my goodness, brilliant idea.
And Sarah says, what about making a spider cat or spider dog? Extra legs and extra eyes.
Yes, because you'll have some things on there. You know, there's, looking what there is, that you could use for legs. I mean, we've got the broom handle, which is what I cut in orange and stuck on the witch's hair, just to give her some, like, straggly hair. I mean, you've got, what else have we got on there? We've got, you could always use that, the devil's tail,
and just
which
snip
goes round like that. Because I kept thinking that was a handle for something, and when I said to Wayne last night, "What do you think that is?" He goes, "It's the tail, like a like a devil's tail to go with the the fork." And I was like, "Oh gosh, so yeah, yes it is." So silly me.
There's so many things you can make with this.
Oh, there's loads of things, and this is the great thing about dyes, and if everyone starts to look at them in a different way, then that's all I'm saying. You don't have to be creative. It's just about looking at things.
Yeah.
We all see the same shapes day in, day out. And, we can see from what people are emailing in or messaging into us are saying, oh, I think I could do a what's name with that, or I could do such a thing with that. So it's really, great that people do that. Gives you more for your money as well, and you've got lots more options if you're someone who makes and sells projects or you have orders and things. It means you can go, well, I could make you one of those. So you could make a Pac-Man game. But look at that now, that was just the bat wings, which are supposed to go on the dog. But if you overlap those now, I mean, you can't see the joining because it's just all done in the black flock. I mean, you could join them together first because they're going to be sticky and then put the flocking on top. But I don't think it matters either way. But straight away, there you've got a bat now just from the wings, just by putting them over each other. So I think the flocking is an amazing idea, and I'm really tempted now later on, maybe tonight, to try an owl with the brown flock.
Oh, yes.
Cut it out in brown and cream, and then do those other, use this for the head, because they are like owly ears, aren't they, really, with a little tuss. I think you could definitely do that. So I think that's how you can apply your flocking. And also, as we said before, let me just get my little pad here, because we could try that as well. Let's just try this one more thing here with this one. So on the paper here, if you were to take a piece of your red liner tape, pop this on here, maybe down there like that, and then we can, there we go. So, oops, let me just grab that again and put it back on. Let's have a look. Okay. So, let's pop that on there, like that. And you can see now, if we bring that down the middle of that, plaid effect paper, and this is going away from the collection now, but because you've got your flocking in there, because you can get the flocking individually, it might inspire you to go, I could use that for so many things. You might do miniatures, you might do frames and something that needs texture. But you will pay a fortune for a textured sheet of paper. Whereas if you've got some paper, it might be something that you're not really keen on, or it just needs a bit of a lift. By adding the flocking onto here,
just adds another dimension.
Immediately got a textured paper. And imagine, because you've got the black flocking, you can actually, it would lift, might lift like a boring paper you've got or something. But you can see if we take that off there now, so we've now created a flocked line, and it feels really lovely. And that's not going to come off now. That's it. That's on for good. So a really lovely way of using the flocking aside of putting it on the animals, which I think is brilliant, because you're getting more for your money, aren't you, that way?
Absolutely.
And you've got more ways of using it, and we love versatility of products. That's, you know, why we love craft as well. But yeah, so that's a few ways of how you can attach the flocking.
Brilliant to see, because I know there were lots of questions about that. Thank you to Evelyn, who's joined us, saying hello from Colorado. Carol's joined us as well, saying, Sheila, you must love to look at clouds and see images and watch them turn into other things.
Oh,
I love doing
yes.
that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Is that a creative mind?
That's partly why I drive up the M6. I mean, this morning, the clouds were just ridiculous because it was raining and then it cleared up, but the clouds were hanging in the valley. And they were actually below me as I was coming up over the M6 towards the Lake District, and I was like, you know what? Why on earth would you drive any other way? Because it's different every day, and then the clouds are amazing. But yeah, as you say, it is great to look at the clouds and see things out of that as well.
Good morning to Rhonda, who's joined us in Oak Park, Chicago, and Alison Mason with the bat facts.
Oh!
Did you know that bats always fly to the left when they come out of a cave? What she says.
Really?
I'm full of useless information, but very good at quizzes. Do we know the reason for that? We need to know the reason for that.
Yeah,
but
that's
apparently
interesting, isn't it?
Bats always fly to the left.
It's very interesting.
Oh, I'm laughing at that. Very busy across the board. Just to say then, so the collection's sold out in the UK. The paper pads sold out in the UK. You can still get, though, the stamps, dies, and the flocking powder. We have got 36 opportunities to buy that smaller bundle in the UK. In the US, we have got no more showstoppers because that has just sold out. Don't scream and shout, that has now sold out. If you want the paper pad, we have got 50 of the paper pad left. And if you want the stamp die and flocking powder, we have got 90 chances left. So a bit of a deeper stock there. But yeah, very, very busy across the board. UK, you really, really need to be shopping now if you haven't got this collection. Ouch has joined us from the Netherlands. Keep the comments coming through. Anything that you want to see. I know a few people have obviously said they want to see that witch being made, which I'm sure we can do a little bit later on. Yep. Hi to Rita, who's joined us. Rita Jackson, she's with us in Louisiana. We've also got Shaddai, who's joined us as well, saying good morning to Lord, Ben and Sheila. Amanda Hubbard joins us as well, saying welcome back from your holes, Ben. Thank you so much. It's good to be back. Back to the crafty chaos. Right, are we going to continue having a little bit of a play? What are we going to do next, Sheila?
Okay, so when I was cutting these out and having a look at what we could do, I was thinking, right, as you know, I only joined Crafter's Companion a couple of months ago. So obviously I've been, you know, kindly given lots of products, all the product launches we've had with Christmas and some previous launches if we've used them on craft alongs and things like that. So I was looking through my paper collection from Crafter's Companion. I was like, I haven't really got anything that is suitable for Halloween. Yeah. And then when I was thinking about colours, browns, yellows, golds, oranges, I thought, what about the beautiful new 12x12 pads that launched on, was it Tuesday they launched?
I think it was. I wasn't here, but the new
is it the
marble pads.
Imperial Amethyst? Is that, yeah, which one? Yes. Yes. Oh. Isn't it amazing that? Isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, Johnny described that as the salt mines of Krakow.
Krakow, yeah. Yeah, I've been to Krakow, but I've never been down the salt mines. But yeah, it's I can imagine. Yeah, it was a long time since I went. It was actually before the wall came down. So yeah, but 1989 I went to Krakow with the band. We went over to a jazz festival over there and played. And yeah, it was an amazing. Yeah, I went to it. Yeah,
She's been in so many bands. She's been all over the world.
Been all over the world with the band. Yeah, yeah. We went to Hungary as well in 1987. So again, before the wall came down.
That was the big Hungary tour. Sheila and the band, 1987 Hungary tour.
Hungary tour. That was the late 80s. I was about. Let me think. I was probably. Oh, I just need to pick this small pumpkin up off the floor. I think I was probably about. 20 something.
Touring the world with the band.
20, about 23. About 23.
Must be some videos doing the rounds as well, surely, or some like,
I used to take the video camera with me and film all the trips, so there are some that are all right for viewing and some that are not great, you know.
No.
But,
Work hard, play hard.
Exactly. So, and now I did mention before, if you got the paper pads, back to the crafting,
Moving quickly away from Hungary. Whatever happened in Hungary, stayed in Hungary.
No, it was amazing. It was absolutely, you know, we paddled in the Danube and we walked across the big bridge that goes over the, we paddled in the Danube. It was very nice. Oh my goodness. So if you're lucky enough to get the pad, and I mentioned to you about the colours.
Yeah.
The very back pages are this beautiful, like, pale lilac-y colour. And as soon as I brought this sheet out, I could see, like a pale lilac-y colour here.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's going to match really well. Then I grabbed some orange, and then I grabbed some black. So this will be the panel for in the middle. And I thought what we'll do then is stamp some of the sentiments onto the background here, and then heat emboss those with some gold powder to tie in with that. And then from the other pad, the ombre glitter pads, we've got pumpkins cut from the glitter pad.
Have they launched on Crafters TV?
And look at those. Yeah, they launched on the same day. So we've got the 12x12s in these and the 6x6s, which are incredible. And look at all these little pumpkins, how amazing they are. They look fabulous, and then I've got a couple of bats there as well. But yeah, just look how nice they are. So you've got glittery pumpkins, and we're going to pop those at the bottom, and we'll put one of the animals popping out of one of them. So let's stamp onto here and do a little bit of heat embossing on here. So the best way I can do this is because we've only got one. There's flocking powder everywhere. It keeps appearing everywhere. We only have like one word, so it could take, you know, if I did it all over, it might take a while. So what I'm going to do is, just because we've got pumpkins going here, I'm going to do like just one or two words in the background.
What, are you going to flock the words?
Sorry?
You're going to flock the words?
No, I'm going to heat emboss the words.
But you could flock the words if you use the glue from the Gilding Flakes collections, couldn't you? And the stamp
I could.
pad.
I'm not sure if we've got any on here, actually. We've got puffy snow there. We've got sparkling ice. Is it in? We've got collal glue. We've got more puffy snow. I can't see any of it.
Okay.
Is it usually in one of the small bottles?
Yeah, but...
it's not that one, is it? Liquid glue. Spectrum Noir Versatile Adhesive. It's not that one. Or is it? Ben will tell me, because I'm still a newbie, you know. I'm sitting up every night reading things, but...
I want to say that is it.
Is it?
It normally comes in the little kits, doesn't it, with the Gilding Flakes in like what kits did it come with? Like the Myths and Legends, there was one.
Okay.
But don't worry, you do you.
All right, yeah, if I know that was exactly the one, I mean, you'll probably know better than me at home, because you know you've been using these products longer than I have. But just going off the top of my head, you could do that. Ben's gone off on a product trail now. He's heading off to the library where we keep everything to see what he can find. So what we could do like a mixture of words. So we could do like let's do spooky. So we'll just put the spooky on here, and let's see. We will do this with some opaque pigment, and I'm using let me move that a little bit out of the way, and then I don't lose it. I'm using I think this is seal brown, isn't it? Yeah, seal brown. So you can use black. You can use whatever you want to. So.
Is that glue?
Is it?
Yeah, because I've found the one from the Myths and Legends. Liquid glue, versatile adhesive.
You just saved me. I went, oh. Okay, let's just, well, we can leave that onto one side. Let's pop that over there to one side.
You know, I feel like I've...
It's all right, Ben. Well, it's you, it's all right. Let's just clean that ink off there, and we'll try it with the glue.
Yeah.
So, I think
I'll leave that one there as well, just in case that one doesn't open.
Okay, as a crafter, I think to do this, I would probably
You can
put it onto
like
the
that.
desk. Oh, so it goes on the pad.
On the pad. and
Oh,
then
well,
you
this
can-
is even better.
Yeah.
Let's try it. So,
Do you want to use that one?
so does it just... Oh, okay. Yes, because there's a little thing missing off the top of that one.
So you just, like,
so we
squeeze it
just
on.
squeeze a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
hello. Oh, that was just a...
frightened me to death. I thought I'd just
Yeah.
squirt a glue out. So just like a little bit and let it sink in, or is that too
Yeah,
much?
that's probably enough, I think.
Let it sink in
I've only
like
done
that.
it a couple of times.
Okay, I'm not putting more on, I'm just
But
smoothing
I might be
it.
leading you down the wrong path here.
You could be.
Blame me if it always goes...
Yeah, if it goes
wrong.
terribly wrong, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, so what we'll do, let's do... So we'll start with Halloween. Let's do Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Dab it, yeah. I'm excited now.
I am. I mean, it should work, but it might not just because the words are very small.
Yeah.
But we'll try it. We'll try it on there. If it doesn't work, we can always change. We can always turn the bit card over.
Yeah.
But it's worth having a go, isn't it?
Well...
You know, if any of you have got the gilding flakes at home or the little kits. Well, there's definitely a word there, isn't there? So let's add a bit. Let's add a bit of. Let's add a bit of flocking powder and see if it works.
Is it a bit too small?
You can kind of see it. Let's.
It might be a bit...
it's not-
Oh, actually...
It's not too bad. Is it? I think if you keep like rubbing it off, you can kind of see it. But it's not brilliant. But if we'd done it in black, maybe it might have shown up. But yeah, I mean, if I lift that up a bit, you can see there.
Yeah.
Halloween. Oh, it's coming in. It's coming in.
Yeah. Oh no, I think that's a success.
It's not bad, is it?
No.
Well done, Ben. Well done, Ben. See what we can do then. We can just do that again a couple of times.
Do you still want that then?
I will give you this. Oh, we could have done it with this. With the what's the name?
The sponge.
With the spongy
Yeah.
thing.
I'll leave that there.
All right, we'll try it.
Don't feel you have to.
Let's just do a few like that. Maybe if I stamp it a little bit harder.
I think maybe wait a little
harder.
bit longer for it to like.
What on there?
No, like once you've stamped it, like.
Or to just get a bit more tacky, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
That looks better.
Yeah.
That looks like a better. What we'll do, we'll put it
by
on.
the way, your little.
My little tray, you know, I've had this for years. And I'll brush it all off in a minute. That looks
like it has printed a
definitely
bit better. Yeah.
So
Right,
what we'll
I'll
do,
go away.
you don't need to go.
Yeah, fine. Just check if you've got any comments. Ben, what are you doing? Leave Sheila alone.
So what we'll do, we'll move it over then. We'll move it over to this side, I think. And we'll just do that. So that it looks like it's a piece of paper that we've cut from another piece. If we do it all Halloween, just written all over it, it doesn't look quite so natural. So what I'm doing is just putting powder on and then we'll give it a little clean off in a minute.
Yeah.
Because it does look like it's taking. So this time we'll do hello.
I remember what you're doing now. You're making the background, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm making the background, yeah.
Good afternoon to Catherine Bennett, who's joined us in a soggy Staffordshire. And just to go back to what we were saying about the bats, Rhonda says the idea that bats always turn left is a myth. They fly by echolocation, so their flight path adjusts to obstacles. And Alison then says, Ben, if that is wrong, then my husband has been winding me up for many years.
Oh, dear.
Husbands who wind up their wives.
Yes.
Oh, dear. Never catch me doing that.
Yeah. They usually live to regret it, don't they?
That was said with a bit of menace.
What was that thing I read recently about don't ever argue with your wife about anything because they know things that haven't even happened yet. It was something like that. It was something, you know, that was saying women know everything, wives know everything. So
Exactly right.
yeah, you're always right.
I think that's in every household.
This is quite nice way
Yeah?
of doing it. It's a bit unusual. I'm just going to do one more on there, just because obviously we don't need to do the whole page because we're going to put pumpkins here. So we'll just do one more of the little words, so we'll just do Halloween. It was easier than doing all the different words, which was what I was going to do originally. But
there's 40 paper pads now left in the US, so again, get your skates on, and that will be that. You guys know the story now with the new warehouses that we've got, the new system that we've got. It won't be a case of us going, oh, we'll move another 50 from, well, we haven't got any 50 in the UK, but if we had, we'll move it around. We can't do that anymore. So 40 is all you have, so next 40, good luck if you get it.
I'm not sure if I should have done it with the little sponge, maybe, or if I should have just left it. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but
no, it looks clear on my screen.
I think a bit of practice.
Yeah.
If you've got these, you might find a better way doing it. It might actually stick to different cards, you know, different like thicknesses or different finishes. But it's not too bad. It's just it just gave you the idea of what else it will stick to.
Yeah.
But that's done as a stamp. I think you can put that on one of your shapes that you've cut, the ink from that collection, and you can actually then let it dry for a minute till it goes tacky. But I would probably be spreading it with like a glue spreader or a brush or something so it's nice and even. And then that way you can just, you know, get a smooth finish.
Yeah.
So we've got our little things on there now, so we don't need to heat emboss after all. So that'll be fine. It was just to give you the idea, wasn't it, of how it can come together and what you can use. So I will do that immediately. Thank you for that.
Need to wash and clean the stamp.
Yeah.
We've got some wipes over there, I think, haven't we?
I have. I've got a big pack of wipes here. I've just got one out actually, so let's just give that a little clean up. Yeah, you don't want to spoil your stamp.
Well done, little bear. Thank you for that.
I usually wipe my stamps straight away when I'm at home. I usually wipe them and then just put it back on the sheet that it came from or back in the packet.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I'll think, oh, I could have left it out. But yeah, and I don't know. I think it's probably because we're doing like when you're doing TV and shows, you tend to just put it all to one side.
Yeah, so busy, aren't you?
And then clear it up after, but that's a good point. Who was it that sent that?
Little bear.
Little bear, thank you, little bear. That was probably a little bit foolish of me to do that, but thank you for reminding us and for the advice, because we don't want to ruin the stamp. So let's pop this onto here, like this. So we've brought a bit of black in here because obviously I wanted to put a little bat on as well. And then we just have to decide which animal we're going to do in the pumpkins. Now then, before I used the pumpkin, didn't I? Now you can emboss these, I did say that, but I think I'm just going to see, because again this is another little technique, and this is just a thin fine liner that I've got. We go through there. That should just give us a little line on the glitter card. I'm sure it'll be quite, it's very subtle actually, so you might not be able to see it. Let me try that again. It might not draw on here just because of the glitter, but I didn't press on that hard, so it might just disappear, because with encapsulated glitter, I think it has a coating on, doesn't it, to stop the glitter coming off. So it might not do the... Oh, it's kind of done it a little bit. It's very subtle, you know, and it's on the top and the bottom, so it doesn't really matter about the middle bit. Let's see if it will be brighter on just the gold one. So all you need to do is pop your cut back into the die, and of course you can as well use your ink. So you can like ink through these as well. I think it's coming on more at the bottom. And if I do that with my pen and just rub it a little bit like that, it seems to prefer it, to be honest. So let's look at that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
So it's just subtle, but it's just giving us a little bit of, you know, a kind of, what's the word? A little bit of decoration on there, a bit of detail.
It looks great on the glitter cardstock. It looks amazing.
The pumpkins are lovely, aren't they, on the glitter cardstock? And I think they go really well with the actual cardstock that we've picked, the beautiful papers, which are quite amazing. So what I think we'll do, we'll get these 3, we'll put 3 here, so we'll have the 2 orangey ones there, like that, and this one can go here as well. We'll put those on pads, we'll bend them, you can use your glue gel if you want to, but we'll give them a little bend like that, and then we'll do a pad down the middle, so I'm just using my pads that way, because if you bent it round, it will still hold its shape, not like it would with glue gel, but you can still kind of get that. It's tough card, so I don't think it's going to move that far once you've used it, and you can always glue the edges down as well if you so wish. So let's do the next one. We'll pop that on there, and then we're going to do the 3rd one at the front. And then I have got a couple more cut as well, and I've got some of the small ones. Okay. So we can pop that one there, and we can pop that one here.
Let's say to Joe Bosworth, who's joined us. Good afternoon all. Hope you're all well. I'm working hard, just dipping in to see flocking. Yeah, we've done a lot of flocking today.
We have.
We're flocking all over the world.
Yeah. Exactly.
Little Bear says, I think the fine liner looks good on those pumpkins. Not long till Halloween as well, so it's a great time to get this collection. What are we today? 4th of September, is that right? 26, so it's 57 days, isn't it, Halloween?
That's all it is, yeah.
I think I won't be trick-or-treating this year. A bit of a shock statement. Like, George is a bit old for it now, and he's not really been out the last few years. But I was saying to Daisy the other day, looking forward to Halloween, and she was like, no, it just seems like a bit of a... What did she say? I can't remember the exact phrase. But it was kind of, she was just a bit like, oh, it seems a bit of a waste of time. I was like, what? We're not going to go trick-or-treating? No.
Not going out and get loads of sweets?
Yes, she's not really bothered. 14 now, 14 going on 18.
Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it? Teenagers are not like teenagers when we were teenagers. No. They're just not, so it's not, it's not the done thing.
Is it acceptable for a 46-year-old to go trick-or-treating on his own?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Trick-or-treat!
Yeah. Oh, dear me, yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit sad about that. Never mind. Just have to stay in and hand out the sweets this year then.
Yeah. I used to go to town on it. I've not got any children, as I said before, but I used to love it when the children in the street came knocking on the door. And I used to spend hours. What I used to do is get loads of sweets, like, all like individually wrapped sweets or tubes and stuff like that. And then what I would do is I'd get a huge, like, bin liner. Yeah. And I'd cut it up into, like, squares of probably, like, 8 by 8 size. And then I would put the sweets in the bin bag and then tie them up with like crazy ribbon or like orange ribbon or Halloween-y stuff and make them look spooky. Yeah. And then when they came around, they didn't know what was in there, but I just had like a big tub with them all in, and I'd just say, take 1 or 2 out. And they used to love it because they didn't know what was in there. So yeah, they used to like that, the kids in the street.
A lot of the people on our estate go like massively to town with the decorations. Yes. And there's one guy who lives just up round the corner who has the full-on... they have these like fright nights now, don't they, where you can go and they have like actors in costume and stuff. Yes. And he does that like in his garage, and it's almost like tape across his garage saying like open if you dare. And like over the years he's done like different things inside there where the kids have opened it up and he's been some sort of monster or ghost or something. And like
fabulous.
Yeah, proper like quite scary even for an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've got a bit of glitter on that pad and it doesn't want to stick, but I've put a bit of glue on, so hopefully it'll grab. So we've got the small pumpkins at the bottom as well. And if you're using the glitter card, if you try and alter the colours so that you've got the contrast between each pumpkin, that will work. So what we'll do now, obviously, that is going to go onto there, like that. Yeah. And we've got the bats that we made. I've got a couple of bats here that have not got the flocking on, so they can kind of go in the background, and I'll pop those on in a minute. I just need to make them turn left. Yeah.
We've not really, I think the answer was it's a myth, apparently. Yeah.
Maybe it was a myth.
There's never a bat around when you want to ask one, is there?
No, there's not. They only come out at night, don't they, when it's like dusk. Yeah, they fly around our house, and we live in a row
They
of
fly around your
bungalows.
house?
Yeah, we live in like a row of bungalows, you know, all the...
Oh, outside your house?
Yes, yeah, not in the house. I'm not that crazy, Ben. Come in. Open the doorway and the bats are out. Yeah, come on. Oh, my word, honestly. Yeah, people think I'm absolutely crazy. Shall we do a cat then?
Yes.
Let's do a cat. Shall we do a black flocked cat? Do you reckon?
Yes, a black flock cat.
Let's do it then. We can give it googly eyes if you want googly eyes on there, Johnny.
Bats are a lot smaller than you think they are as well, aren't they?
Yes.
They're quite tiny creatures.
Yes, these are really small. It's when you see the other ones. Which ones are they? The flying foxes.
The what?
The flying fox bats.
Oh.
They are massive. They are literally like a flying fox without the tail.
The size of a fox.
They're not as big as a fox, but they're pretty big. You know, when you see bats, you think that bats are quite small, and which normally they are for the little fruit bats and things. But yeah, these are absolutely huge. And I was saying last week, we were talking about it last week or the week before, that I was in Australia, and they were flying. They used to fly over every night, which was crazy. And I used to think, what on earth are they? I'm just trying to find my cat face. There it is. And they were just massive, and they used to fly over about 10 o'clock at night, like hundreds of them. And they were just, flying foxes. They were terrifying. Yeah. And then we went to like a zoo in, I don't think it was called a zoo, but in Australia, where it was kangaroos and all kinds of things.
Oh my gosh, they're massive!
I know, they are. But they were all there hanging in a cage, and I did take a picture of them, and the lady I was staying with at the time said, those are the bats that fly over the house at night. They came over like the river in Brisbane from like over behind the city, and they flew over every night, and it was just terrifying, but also amazing at the same time.
Look at the size of that!
I know, they're frightening, aren't they? Yeah.
You'd get out of the way if that was flying at you, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Seriously.
but imagine like when being sat outside at 10 o'clock at night, nice warm evening, and then a flock of like 100 come over the house.
That must make like some noise as well.
I can't remember if they were noisy or not. I just cannot remember if they were, but I did.
Too busy running away in fear, screaming.
One night I did say, right, I have to video this because people won't believe me. So I did have my video camera, as I said, wherever I was. So I did actually video them, and then we went to see them, and I got a picture of one just hanging upside down in this cage. I think they were like, probably like rescued, you know, from whatever had happened to them. So, yeah, but pretty amazing.
Angel says, I've had bats fly in my house a few times, scary times.
Really?
And Anne Kalanauskas says, we had a bat get in our house once. When they're sitting or hanging, they look tiny. And then when it comes flying at you, they look much bigger.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's like terrifying, isn't it? Right, do we go with black flocking or do we go with brown? What do you think?
Or do we go with black and brown? No.
Yeah, we could do. I mean, because we've got as well. Now, I've not actually cut any of these because you've got these little bits here, which are all the bits that go around the cat's head. You know, when you've got like if cats have stripes, like mine don't, because my cats are black, so they've not got the stripes. But what do you think? Brett, we could do. Oh gosh, decisions.
You guys in the gallery decide. Go on.
If we do black, we could put googly eyes on. If we do brown, then I would put the face on that I've just cut.
Okay.
But again, it's entirely.
The guys in the gallery both said black, but I think that's only for the fact
they
want the googly eyes.
Black cat. Okay.
Yeah. It's lucky, isn't it? A black cat, isn't it?
Well, some people say it's superstitious, not suspicious. Well, it could be if it's just been into your kitchen.
I thought
and
if a
taken
black
a
cat
chicken leg.
crosses your path, it's good luck.
Well, they do say that if it crosses your path, but then other people say it's unlucky if it crosses your path. So I don't know. Maybe again, one of our viewers can enlighten us on that one because I'm not sure what the truth is.
In many cultures, particularly in Western countries, it's a sign of bad luck. Whilst in other countries, such as the UK, Scotland, and Japan, it signifies good fortune, prosperity, and romance.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, yeah.
Really?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you knew that. Well, we've got 2 in our house and there's not much romance going on in there, so.
I just wait for Wayne's comment now.
Yeah, I was going to say, there'll be one coming in a minute. There'll be one coming. He'll be laughing at home and he'll be going, yeah, I bet everybody thinks he never does anything. He is at home at the minute. He's not been very well, so he's at home at the minute, convalescing. And he's, he's got a little operation coming up as well. So he's just at home waiting for that, and then obviously
we wish him all the best.
Get back to work once he's had that little operation done. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be thinking of a witty comment now.
Yeah, I shall wait.
About the romance. Okay, so we've got our lovely black. I know. Too busy, yeah. I'm always up here, I'm always up here or at Hobby Maker, so
yeah.
Not at home a lot. Right, so we've got the little black body there. What's great about the flocking as well, it just brushes off your hands. So it's not like gilding flakes and things like that. It just brushes off. It's just basically powder, which is lovely. And it makes that cat feel just lovely. So I've got a leg here that we didn't use before, and I've got one that we did flock before. So that's handy, isn't it? We can just use those.
Ah, nice one.
We had one that we didn't flock and one that we did, so we can use those and we can pop those on as well. And then we can decide what else we need to go.
30 of this set left for our UK viewers if you want to get it, and then once it's gone, it has gone. So 30 more chances to buy that, $15.99, get all the dies, all of the stamps, and you get your 2 little tubs of the flocking powder as well. Thank you. Wayne says, I'm not even going to rise to that comment. Thank you to Alison, who says, I don't do spooky things, I get scared watching Ghostbusters. And Carol D says, my son was young. When my son was young, we used to do a haunted house party for his friends. We decorated the garage as a new theme each year: haunted hospital, haunted hotel, Tut's tomb, Area 54, and it was a blast. That sounds amazing.
That sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Now what I've done, I want to put the cat, because I've put its legs on as well. I don't want to chuck it in the pumpkin. I want to sit it on top of the pumpkins. I quite liked it before when we tried the dog on the pumpkin. So I think it'd be quite nice to just sit the cat on top of the pumpkins, and then we can have those bats flying around above. So what we'll do, put the little leg there. And if you've got a white pen, you can always add a little bit of white pen on there just to give it a few details. To be honest, I quite like it just in the black like that. And then what we'll do, now what you can do as well is, and it's all about, you do this as you're going along. If you're anything like I am, you go, oh, I know what I can do now. Rather than glue the head on, I could actually put this here and then I could put the head above it on a pad. So let's do that. So we'll put this on pads. So that can then stay, pads over here, that can then sit on top of the pumpkin, and that will give it some height. If we need more height on that, we can try it now, because we've got the pumpkins on the pads. So, but that sits on there quite nicely like that. It actually looks like a, what were those finger puppets? Was it Itsy and Bitsy, those spiders? Do you remember Itsy and Bitsy? Itsy and Bitsy, there were 2 spiders. And they were like, they were probably maybe late 80s, maybe.
I remember Finger Mouse.
Early 90s. Well, they were kind of like that, but they were gloves, and then there was a head on, so they were black furry gloves, and there was Itsy and there was Bitsy, and the operator, that did the shows, just had, obviously it was just black gloves, with like a head on with a face, and they were really terrifying, cute. That. No, they were very cute. They were very cute. Yeah, really, really cute. Right, so let's pop that tail. Now, I'm not going to attach the tail to the cat. What I'm going to do is pop the tail just there. So the tail is now glued to that, like that. And then this will sit on top. So that means I can have my tail lifted on there. So just doing it separately works, because it means you can still have some lift. And it does actually look like it's sat on top of the pumpkin. And then the same with the head now. We can put the head, if you're thinking that the head is not going to sit on there with glue, then obviously you can put that on a pad as well.
Yeah.
And we can pop that there. like that. So we've got the little head, so you can start to see how it's coming together now. And then we need to cut some ears. I don't think I've got any ears cut, but I will have a look in a minute. I don't think I have. So we can cut the ears. And do give yourself time to do this, because it does take a little while. Unless you're going to do a big batch of cutting all at once, then you can do that. But obviously, because I'm just showing you little bits at a time and trying to build the card at the same time, you might just want to, do it in your own way. So you might do a big batch cut of the bits you want.
Yeah.
So we'll just do the ears, and then I'm going to reach into the bag and get my googly eyes. And we'll pop the googly eyes on. We've got the bats there as well. We can stick that whole, we've only got to stick the back on then. But if you want to put a bow tie on, if you want to put the coat on it, the cloak, if you want to add the little like spooky headband, you can give it make it hold a pumpkin, you could make it hold the little broom, you can really go to town on these and absolutely fill it full. That's what I would normally do, but I'm just going to do the ears, so we'll just flock the ears here, and I'll just bring this in and kind of dip them in there, because obviously the smaller you go, that's always a good way of doing it as well. Yeah. And then we'll get the second one, and the googly eyes will go on there as well. So let's do that. And so yeah, I think half of it is, showing you how to do this. I've got another demo, but it's not got any flocking in, and it's not got any animals either, so it's something a little bit different, another way of using the kit. So googly eyes, where are they? They are in my bag because I saw them yesterday.
I just love the fact you carry around googly eyes as a matter of fact.
The other day I was down at Hobby Maker and I had the last show, so I came out the studio, and I always bring my giant trolley with everything in it, and I have my bags on top, and I had my food bag and everything like that. And then what happened, it had been raining, so it was about 9:20, something like that, by the time I'd tidied up, put everything away, came out of there, and just as I got to my car, my tool bag fell off the trolley, and everything went everywhere.
Oh, there are googly eyes everywhere?
Well, no, the googly eyes tub didn't open, but all my tools, everything was under the car next to mine. So I had to get down on my hands and knees in the wet with my phone with the torch on it and try and get everything from under the car next to me. And I was like, oh my goodness, like this day is not long enough. So yeah, I was like, oh my word. Oh, look at the cat. It's so nice to touch it.
It's really coming to life as well, yeah.
Very nicely. So let's get some googly eyes out of the googly eye tub. So we've got, I'll try and get two that are movable rather than one that's stuck. So let's pop that onto there. Now obviously you've got the nose and you've got the eyes. Give it 3 eyes.
3 eyes, George? What are you talking about?
Is that George, that? Is that George's idea? George is off his trolley, isn't he? Oh,
we don't like that
goodness.
idea, George.
Oh, my goodness. I don't give it 3 eyes. Oh, it's not going to be... Spooky thing,
Spooky
I'll say.
up by giving it an extra eye?
Terrifying. Right, so let's stick this onto here now. So I'm going to stick my beautiful paper onto the card, and I think this works really, really lovely with the Halloween collection, and especially if you add some of your like gold mirror card or your satin card, whatever you've got a little bit of a splodge at the bottom there, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. I can wipe that up in a minute, and then we can pop this on. And you can do a sentiment as well if you want to. You could do like trick or treat. You can have a spooky Halloween because you've got the Hava stamps. You've got all different things on the stamp set as well, which is quite cute.
And as you said earlier, you think of all the other Halloween bits that you at home will have that you can bring in to like help bring your project to life. There's a lot of love coming in for this card. Shirley loves it. Carol as well, loving the kitty. And Alison says, Itsy and Bitsy were late 70s.
Right.
I seem to remember that one was yellow and the other one was orange.
They could be, actually. They could have been.
I'll have to Google that now.
They could have been. I think, yeah, late 70s. I mean, I was probably... I was born in the 60s, so I might have been about 12 at that point. And I do remember my younger sister would have watched it.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah, I do vaguely remember these.
Do you? I'm just going to put the flocked bat on, I think, rather than the plain ones, because I think it would work well. And because the cat's eyes are looking up, it actually looks like it's... Oh, yes, they were Itsy Bitsy with their great big eyelashes. They were so cute.
They look more like octopi.
Octopi, yeah.
And spiders.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So let's just get the white pen now, just before we finish, and give it a little bit of a... Let me grab my little white pen here and give it a white... What we can do is we can do little white separations here on its claws. So it has put a dent in there, almost like... you know, it has embossed it, even though we just did it on the cardstock. So we give it little white. My cats have white on the ends of their noses. So, and let's just do 3 little whiskers. 3 little whiskers. And you can add more to this, but we just wanted to show you the flocking, the papers, how well they work.
Look at the eyes.
You can actually do the flocked words, or you can heat emboss them. We did that just as a test, obviously, but it does kind of work. And then we'll give our little kitty a little smile there. Still quite cute. Meow. Ooh. What was that?
Cat.
Is that you, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, I know he does impressions. Right, so obviously I would be adding a lot more to that, because see what I'd done, I'd actually got like a panel here that I was going to do a big sentiment on and pop that up there.
Yeah.
And then you could put some black gems on, you could do like a spider's web, whatever you've got. But I just wanted to show you that you can flock the words, you can flock the bats, you can flock the cats, you can do your, and what I haven't done, which I'll do while we're on the break, is put the little, its little cap on its head from the pumpkin, because I'd forgotten to do that. I had cut them, but I'll do that in the break.
I absolutely love that. Never thought of this paper for Halloween, says Mary Beth Doyle, but it's made a great card. And it's a great card, says Little Bear, especially the flocking and the eyes. I think you absolutely need to get the... You need to get the flock out, don't you? When you've got this collection home and get using it, because it is really going to add to the... You've got to be careful how you say that. It's really going to add to the collection. And if you've got googly eyes as well, I mean, we don't have them here at Crafters Companion, but I'm sure you can pick them up very, very inexpensively. I think they're just going to add to all of the different animals that you'll make with this collection. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the comments. We are going to have a break, give you opportunity to get checked out. Remember, wherever you look, we are low stock. So 30 paper pads available for you in the US, 30 stamp and dies in the UK with the flocking powder, and now about 50 stamp and dies with the flocking powder in the US. So whichever way you look, we are very, very limited right across the board. So if you see something you like, you want to grab it, now is the time to do it, and we will come back with more inspiration and information in just a little bit.
Hi everybody, I am Cindy A. Lewis. I do have a YouTube channel, but that's not why I'm here today. I'm here because I do love Crafters Companion products and Crafters TV and Sarah Davies. I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV, on all the scheduled shows. I've learned so much inspiration from all the shows. I appreciate the Angel Policy using the inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own. And Sarah, I'm so glad you're back and fully in charge. I'm so happy about that. You could really sell ice to those in the North Pole. As you can see, all these bins back here are dies and stamps from Crafter's Companion, almost all. Those markers are all Spectrum Noir markers in the back. And these bins are all full of your kits, all the kits, like Sarah's signature kits and the different ones. So I keep them all together. And then down there are all, let's see, those are all in those bins, Christmas dies and stamps, mostly from Crafter's Companion. And I just have to say, I'm so happy that you are here and out there for all of us to inspire us. So thank you so much for letting me be a part from Little O, Oklahoma, USA.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vaults, deals bundles and more. Hints, tips and demos, laughter and fun. A world crafting community for everyone. So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
The personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, you got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
Presenters are great. Demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
Welcome back, everybody. Lots of love for that card actually coming through. Great card, says Little Bear. That is an amazing card, says Gretchen Diffie. Carolyn Laverspear says, I love that card, Sheila. And Mary Pat says, awesome card, Sheila. If you have just joined us, welcome. It's been a day already. It's been so busy. We knew this collection would fly. We previewed it, obviously, yesterday on Countdown to Launch, said how busy it was going to be, and it has been proving that. I'll just show you some cards whilst I'm chatting away. I just saw that George would put the close-up on, so there you go. Yeah, it's been very, very busy. And we have kind of changed things around just a bit. If you are just tuning in thinking, hang on a minute, I thought it was a 1 hour Colour Me Happy, because when we previewed this morning on Wake Up Call, it went so fast. We had to move the launch day show into this slot, because otherwise we would have come to you at 5 o'clock this evening and had nothing to bring to you. We are at the point now as well, really, where we're down to kind of like the last few chances to shop. If you're in the US or indeed the UK, the showstoppers have sold out. If you're in the UK, the paper pad and the showstoppers sold out. You can still get the collection where you get all of the stamps, the dies, and then that flocking powder as well. And if you're in the US, we've got stock of that available, plus the papers, but we're less than 50 across the board on everything now. These are all the dies within the set, less than 30 of the papers now in the US. Of course, those are sold out in the UK. But these are all the dies, and this is what Sheila's been playing with, and you can see and understand, you know, how she's been able to create all of the different characters and give you all of those different ideas, because you've got tons and tons of different dies. I think your only limit really is your imagination as to the kind of characters that you can create. Obviously, you'll be creating characters like I was just showing you on the cards there. This is what it is mainly for, but the point is, again, showing you the versatility that we've got of the collections. You can do plenty more besides. So you get all the dies to be able to create those characters. Then in the bundle you get your stamps as well. So this just allows you to create you know, your own little sentiments, or as Sheila was showing you a few moments ago, create your own little backgrounds as well. So you've got things like boo, season, pawsome, trick or treat. You've got to have a Halloween, happy, spooky, yappy, perfect, Halloween and treat. And then also in this bundle, that's where you get your flocking powder as well. It's just brilliant. If you've not used it before, hopefully you've seen actually how easy it is to lay down, whether you're using the like the liquid glue that you get with your gilding flakes, or indeed if you're using things like your red liner tape and your tape pens, then it's really nice and easy to lay down. And like Sheila was describing, when you use things like your embossing powders, a lot goes down, but then a lot goes back into the little tub after you've used it. And it really does. That's the only thing. I mean, you can see how great it looks, but you just can't feel it. When you get this back, you'll appreciate and understand why this flocking powder is so good. £15.99 is the price on that, or $19.96 if you're in the US. Remember, these will be dispatched from the 12th of September, but we've been very, very busy right across the board, so there is no time to waste. If you want any of what we've got left, now is the time to be shopping. You've got some more finished samples over there, Sheila, I think, haven't you?
I have, yes. I mean, I've shown most of them, but I can always grab a couple off the little display that we've got here as well. We've got one here, which is fabulous, because I particularly love this one, because it's actually got like the, like the spider's web fur on it, and in the box as well, so it looks like there's been a spider around there,
like
building a home.
We did like it. I can't remember. Someone will tell me in the comments. We did like a spider's web. What was it called?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like almost like candy floss in a box, and you pulled the.
Oh, perfect.
Someone will tell me what it was called.
Lovely. Oh yeah, I wonder what that was. Look at this twisted easel, fabulous. It's just really, really nice, and the fact that it's got a lot of white on there, because we normally go with like black, orange, green, purple, but the fact that it's got lots and lots of white on there, it looks really, really nice. I love it's still scary and it's still Halloweeny, but I love the like cleanliness of it as well. So that's another one, and we've got something really simple here, which is just done with the dog in the ghost costume. It's got its cauldron there and its bone in, lots of little bones scattered around.
I love it.
You can make it as fun as you like, as serious, as quirky. You can make it simple. You can make it, full to the rafters with all kinds of bits from the collection. You've got the fun dog there with the bat wings, which is really, really funny. I just love that patch on the eye. I think that just makes that dog, doesn't it, no matter what colour you do it in. And then we've got the dog. This was the one I was talking about before. This dog here has got the flocked ears.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else is flocked, but it's just got flocked ears. So again, when you open it and look at it, you naturally just go into like feeling it, and it's just so lovely. And then we've got these two. Look at these two.
Aww.
So we've got one's
Devil
got
dog.
the little horns on with the tail and like a fork.
Yeah,
and then
trident.
the other one's got the witch's hat on and the broom, so that it's like they're both going to a Halloween party, isn't it? And then we've got, again, some more glitter cards being used here on the pumpkins, so you can see how lovely they are. Little pumpkin and big pumpkin done in the glitter card, just to match the papers on there, and it just says, have a yappy Halloween. Halloween, isn't it? And then, this one, Halloween, I got that wrong.
Brilliant.
Isn't it lovely? And look how simple it is. But your eye just goes straight into the middle bit. You look at the pumpkin, the dog, the big pumpkin, and then you just see the little sentiment just stamped directly on. We are a bit in a bit of a habit of stamping onto like a strip and then layering it onto another strip and then layering it onto another strip. But just popping that there at the bottom just makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, less handmade and more like professional,
yeah,
if you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you go and buy a card from a store, so everybody likes, not everybody likes, not all people who buy handcrafted items like it to look too handcrafted. They kind of like it to be a bit kind of in between.
Yeah.
Others just love the handcrafted. People just don't like anything handcrafted and go for the printed cards that you buy in the store. So I think like a kit like this works for all three of those options, really. And because it looks like the typical typewriter font, it just works really well, doesn't it? So yeah, again, a lovely batch of samples, along with everything that we've got on the display here with the bags. I think we've got, is it this one that's got the acetate at the front? Look at that one, how simple is that? And it's just made looking like, yeah, like a fence, like a gate with the two pumpkins just
really
grown
cute.
at the side.
I love the fact that the tops of the pumpkin as well are like the little
Yeah,
cat's
they're fun,
hats
aren't
as
they?
well.
They're so fun. They're so fun. Those cheeky pumpkins.
I know.
Very funny. But yeah, lovely. Lovely samples.
It was the CC embellishment fibres is what that spider's web was. That was Jan, of course. Thank you, Jan. Yeah, were they last year, Jan? Or maybe even the year before. Might have even been the year before that. But they were so popular. I just remember, you know, me being the Joker, just putting them on my face and pretending I was Father Christmas, because it was like a massive clump of it, wasn't it? And you could pull like strands off, and people who were using it to like decorate their home, like the fibres were like spiders' webs for like the home decor for Halloween. Really cool stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you've got that, bring that into play.
Yeah,
At
definitely.
least 2 years ago, says Jan, maybe 3. Where the time goes, eh?
Wow.
Little Bear says you could use Yappy and add a birthday stamp for a birthday card. Yeah, absolutely. And as we said, you know, even if you were not massively into Halloween, and it's not something perhaps that you celebrate or think too much about, you can still create the animals. You know, they don't have to be Halloween, and you might have other things that you can bring in so you can decorate them up for other times of the year. I just think it's a really versatile kit. And as we've talked about, and potentially we're going to go on to chat more about as well, you'll find other ways of making other creatures and other things from this collection which aren't necessarily suggested. So it just depends, you know, where your imagination takes you.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to do next?
Next we're going to do, I thought we'd just do this little card first, which has just got, it's not got any animals on it. It's just kind of Halloween-y bits, like a cauldron, a cape, a hat. And what I've done is just wanted to make something that's possibly a little bit more like adulty, not quite as quirky and fun, but something a bit different. And again, using these glitter ombre pads. This is a 6x6 pad. I've used both of them because they've got different colours in. What I want to do, I've cut some like silhouettes out from the dies from black card. I've got a couple more to do, but what I want to do is make like some little sections that have got the different shapes on and stamp a sentiment that will go somewhere along the bottom here.
Okay.
So it's kind of a bit, it's like more clean.
Yeah.
And we've not got any flocking on, it's just cardstock and glitter cardstock as well. So what we'll do, first of all, I'm going to pop these on first, and then, because then as I start to layer it up, it's easier to do if these panels are already on the card. And this card is A6 in size for us in the UK, which is 6x4, 6x4 inches. I guess for you in the US, you would do this on A2, wouldn't you? Which is that 5.5 by, my memory, is it 5.5 by 4.5? I could be wrong. I can't remember the size of it.
It is
6x4. Is it 4.5 by 6? Oh, I don't know. 4.5 by 5.5. Slightly different to ours, isn't it? Less tall and slightly wider. So I feel like it's 5.5 by 4.25 or 4.5. I can't remember. But anyway, there's not a lot of difference, but it is just slightly different. And I think we're using more of them over here now anyway, that size. Okay, so we've got that lovely ombre glitter card on there, the purple, non-shedding, so it works beautifully. So the idea of this was to create some little panels to go on the card. So what I came up with was, I've got a black panel here with the lilac on, and that just goes slightly over the edge of the card, and then I will stamp onto this one, but I'll do that last of all, I think, because I need to make sure I can get that on with all the bits I've cut. So I've cut different colours from the ombre pads. Now I came up with this thought, and I know a lot of you'll do this. You know, when you're getting ready to make a card, you cut a piece of card and you put it on the layer, and you go, right, I've laid it up now, it looks right. And then you'll pop one down here and you'll glue it, and then you'll put it back on, and you'll go, it's not right now, it's not even, it's, you know, it was even before, because none of us cut absolutely brilliantly, even on the cutters, you know, you can move it slightly. So what I've started doing is, this is going to have the cape on it. So what I've done, I've measured my card to what size I want it to fit with the cape, so I can get the cape on it. And then I've cut the black around it, and I've gone, right, now that fits perfectly. So what I'm going to do is write cape on there, and cape on the back of there.
Okay.
And I know now when I put those two together with the words the right way up, that is going to fit. And I don't know if that is anybody else does that. Sometimes I'll do like a T and put like for top. So I know that is the top bit that goes on that bit. But I thought, right, because I'd got all the bits cut up already in the bag, so it meant we got a bit of a quicker demo. It just, you know, did seem to work. So this one is going to go here, and this will have the cape on, like that. Okay, and then the next one we do will have I think this is the right one. Yeah, I've written on the back and I've written there, pumpkin. So we're going to do the pumpkin on there. So basically I'm just doing little panels, not going to glue the panels on until I've actually just layered everything up to make sure it's right. So let's pop that. So that will be our pumpkin one. And I think the pumpkin is going to go here, I think, or it might go at the top of the pumpkin. Can't remember. I think it's going to go there. And then the next one I've got is the one that says ears. So I've got to cut one or two little elements, but not much. And I've already got the adhesive backing on there, so it should just be a matter of cutting it and then placing it onto the panels. So that is going to be for the ears.
Okay.
That one. This one, I know the sizes of them because I cut them. And I was like, I can tell what's going to go on where even before I looked at them. Hat! Yeah, big letters. Hat. And what I've tried to do with this, because the cardstock is ombre cardstock, it's got lighter bits and darker bits. So I've tried to make it look like it's so it's not near to the same colour, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this one, can you guess what this is, Ben? I'm going to hide that and you can't see it. Think of what we've got to cut out, or what we've already got cut out on the table here. What will be long and thin for Halloween?
Oh,
Yay.
Johnny got in there before me.
Yeah,
The broom. I was thinking bones, but no.
Oh,
broom.
good. Yeah, broom. So broom will go there. This one is going to be the cauldron.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see now how lovely that ombre card looks on that purple. It just looks really nice with everything on the glitter, and I wouldn't normally do that. I wouldn't normally do the glitter on glitter. And
is this the new ombre glitter card again?
Yes.
I can't believe I missed that launch.
Oh, I know.
I had it in my hands on HSN Preview a few weeks back. But I didn't realise it was launching so soon here.
No, I know. I didn't know
that.
it was launching. I'd been in my craft room prepping on Tuesday because I was at Hobby Maker Monday. So I came home, went obviously into my room on Tuesday morning and started prepping for this week's shows.
Yeah.
And then I think Wayne had it on. He flicked through the channels and he said, "Oh, I like this ombre card." And I was like, "What are you talking about, Wayne?" He said, "I like this ombre card." So I came in and had a look and I was like, "Oh, they're launching it today. I didn't realise they were launching it today." But yeah, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful.
I bet it flew out the door, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
But look how nice it is on there now.
Yeah.
It just looks like something completely different. So what we'll do is we'll pop these items on that I've cut like a silhouette. So let's just grab the backing off there. I've got double-sided adhesive on here. And I think I've got a pokey tool here that's not quite straight. It looks like it's got a little bit bent at the end, but that's okay. So I'm going to pop the hat on the angle like that. And one of my favourite things about this hat or this die set is the buckle that goes on the hat. It's one of the smallest things.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it all in black.
Yeah.
And so obviously when you put the little band on the hat, you need to bring it a little bit further down, and then that immediately gives you the that effect of a big brim. And you only notice it kind of once you've got it on there. And then we've got this tiny little buckle, which is fabulous. I just love it, even in black. I could have done a glittery one, but I just wanted to keep all the black.
I really love, I know you've not finished it yet, but I love this idea. It's very different, but it's going to look super cool.
It is, Johnny's just saying it kind of looks like a Wicked.
It does look
card,
Wicked.
Which it
oh,
does,
you mean
actually.
Wicked as in...
The musical, yeah. Yeah, but it's quite, it's a little bit more unusual, and we've not got any of the pets on there, so I think it's quite nice to go, okay, well, I've done the pets now, but I want to have a go at something else. So obviously we've got the broom on here, so the broom will go on there. I love the broom as well. I think this little base here of the broom could be used as a tassel.
Oh, yeah.
It could actually be used as well. Wait till I put it on here. It actually looks like a miniature. Let's get it against there before I put it on. It's like a miniature evening gown, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it could be.
You know, so you could draw some little straps over the shoulder. And it could be a tiny, like, gift card for a present for a prom. You know, if you've got someone going to a prom, it could be a tiny little dress on there. So we need to put the cape on. Now, I've not cut the cape on the sticky back. I'd cut this separately. I think the one I did with the sticky back might be on the witch, actually. So I can just glue this on. But again, that's the cape. And it will hold on there. It feels like it's grabbed really nicely already. And then you've got your little bow. The bow is quite small, and there's actually a middle bit that will go to the centre of the bow as well. But for time purposes, I've not popped that on. But that can just go up there like the cape, so the top of the cape. And then all we've got to cut now, and I'm just going to put a bit of tape on here. I need the the fork. It is a fork, isn't it?
I'd say it's like I'd call it a trident.
A what?
A trident.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Well, I don't know. That's what I would call it.
Okay, I didn't know.
I think.
Yeah, I kept looking at it and I thought, what is it? There must be a proper word for it, not just a fork. And then I want to do as well, so I want to make a headband to go on this little panel here. Now, this headband here, you've got the bit that goes over the head, and then you've got the little, like, almost like little devil's horns. What I want to do, though, for the size of the panel I've got, I'm going to use the handle here from the pumpkin. That's going to cut me a tiny little headband. Yeah. And then I can still put the ears on. So it just, you know, you can use it in different ways because of the, there we go. So let's just grab those little ears and they will pop on there. We'll get those on with the pumpkin. We'll cut those and they can stick on here. And then we know that everything is done from those little panels we've got. And
lots of people just say that they're glad they ordered these new paper collections because, again, you know, bringing in like this ombre glitter card stock, which you might not necessarily have thought you'd use with the Halloween collection, but now you're seeing how nicely it works. Things like the new marble pads as well, working absolutely beautifully. Yes. Beautiful collection, says Shirley. The ombre card colours are great, says Little Bear, and Angel just saying, I'm glad I ordered all the new paper collections after watching this demo. Yeah, it's surprising what works, you know, when you kind of think about it.
Yeah, I think so easily. A bit like with mirror card and metallic cards, we tend to always just think it needs to go on as like a layer. Layer, yeah. Like matting a layer in it because it gives it that little edge. But sometimes it's nice to put glitter on glitter, and actually, as you can see here, the colours are really pleasing to the eye, and it gives it, I think it's almost like a more mature project, if you like. So something a little bit unusual, and it's small as well. So it's not like overpowering. You don't think, oh, I've got to do this great big Halloween card. It could be something for, you know, it could be a party invitation. It could be for all kinds of things. Yeah. But, you know, if you're having a Halloween party or your children are going to a Halloween party or a Halloween birthday party, you can do that. You know, you can do a little birthday card for that as well. And even maybe like a teenager who celebrates a birthday on Halloween. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it might be a little bit more for them, really.
Oh, yeah, Johnny's daughter was born on Halloween.
Oh, was she? Mm. Yeah, one of my nephews was, actually.
He just said it definitely shows. I'm sure it doesn't,
No,
Johnny.
That's just teenage stuff, that.
Very, very well behaved. She's only 8. 8 going on 18.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Is that what she likes, performing arts?
So she goes to the same amateur dramatics group that I'm in. Newsflash, I'm playing the Dame again this year.
That's brilliant.
So that's, oh yes I am. Oh. So that's happening. The awards bash is coming up in about 3 weeks. So been nominated for an award.
Oh my goodness, Ben.
Best dame in the north of England. So hopefully
You'll get win that easy by a mile.
You don't know what you're up against, though, do you? That's the thing.
Well,
but anyway,
but...
I'm in that, and Johnny's daughter is also in that. We're doing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs this year, and she's auditioning to be a dwarf.
Oh my goodness, how sweet!
So we're keeping our fingers crossed. That would be amazing. So I can. It just says, "Is there a sassy dwarf?" I think that was one of the dwarfs, was it? No, grumpy, happy, sleepy, sneezy, doc, dopey,
and sassy.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, could you have all of those nowadays? Like grumpy, could you have that? Can you call someone grumpy or dopey? You probably couldn't have that.
Dopey,
could you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They might
maybe we can have sassy dwarf then.
Maybe we can.
Maybe she should suggest it in her audition.
Oh, that is so cute. Like a little headband. And then the last thing of all, we've got our pumpkin, our little one. And then, yeah, I thought that was looking a bit wrong, that little headband, because I'd put the top of the pumpkin, the stem of the pumpkin on, so it looked a bit odd. Right, so we've got all those bits done now, so we can put these on. Now, it's up to us whether we put them flat or whether we put them raised, or we put some flat and some raised. It doesn't really matter, whatever you want it, however you want it to look. I'm going to do it flat, I think, and then because my sentiment will probably be raised in the middle. Well, it's not the middle; it's the lower part of the lower part of the card. But right, so we'll pop that one there like that. Don't worry if they're not evenly spaced. That doesn't matter.
No.
As long as this can fit in this gap here. And what I will do, I'll put that flat, but then I'll put the sentiment on pads, I think. So it just gives it a little bit of a difference. Although, you know me, I'll probably stamp it and then bring it across and just stick it on. So, okay, so let's put that there, like that. And then we can just pop these little elements on here. So we'll have the broom there, like that. And then the witch's hat. I just really like this section of the dies as well, because I think we've got a really good mix in here. Old and young, you know, fun, bit more serious.
Yeah.
I just think it's a really, really nice set that's going to work for everyone.
And again, I don't know if anyone else would have thought of doing this, but you, again, for me, you automatically see a set like this and you go, right, every time I use it, I must make a character and decorate the character. Never would I have thought of taking the individual elements and creating a card like this. So as much as this seems like a more simple project, I think it's brilliantly thought through. I do. Because
well, thank you.
It is sort of like taking it back to basics, but in the same regard, I don't think. Well, I certainly wouldn't have thought of doing something like this. Maybe everyone else would, but I think it's brilliant.
Well, I think you're making it a little bit more kind of.
It's very creative.
Is there such a thing as a like a classy Halloween card?
Yeah.
I think you're making it a little bit more...
It's a bit more grown up, maybe.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
maybe,
definitely. It's a more mature card.
Yeah.
So what we're going to stamp here then, I think we're going to put, we're going to keep it sensible. I'm just going to check it'll fit on here first. Happy Halloween. And I think that's what we'll just put on. So it keeps it nice and simple. But again, it means it's quite, it's sensible. It's not doing anything too like silly or funny. I'm thinking that's going to be about right. Doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world if it isn't, but we'll, as long as I can grab those stamps there in a line now, like that. And
Michelle's just said she loves this card, very creative, and Little Bear says this is the style of card that I could copy. And Carol D saying, love the card, a great design for mass making as well.
Yes.
So if you like mass making, mass producing cards.
Oh, definitely, because you can just sit and, you know.
Cut all your mats and layers, cut out all of the bits you're using.
Exactly. And it works really well on like that size of card. So whether it's, you'd be able to do that on an A2 or if you're in the UK, you can do it on an A6, which is 6x4. You could make it bigger. You could do it on a 5x7 and have more things on there. I was just trying to see if I could kind of match up witchy, cauldron-y things. And then that looks like almost like we've typed it out. So we can pop that on. See, I did say no, didn't I? No, I've done it. I think I want it to just be flat on there. I don't think I need it to be raised up. And that way then as well, if you're posting these out, it makes it a little bit easier and a little bit less expensive for you to do so. And the tacky glue seems to be bonding really well.
It's your best friend, isn't it, the coated cardstock?
Do you know what? It can be a nightmare with glitter. Any glue and adhesive can be a nightmare with glitter. But this just feels to me like it's immediately grabbing. But there you go, and we'll hold that up for you, and then you can see how cute that is.
I think that's my favourite card of the day.
Oh, is it?
As much as, you know, you're buying this collection for the cutesy animals, aren't you? And the fact that you can dress those pets up as, you know, the ghosties and the ghoulies and Count Dogula and all these different things. But that, I think, is absolutely brilliant. Very creative, as a lot of you are saying. And again, you know, very, very achievable. This card is genius, says Mary Pat. Mary Pat, you summed it up. These are the kind of words I was trying to find, but I couldn't. You summed it up with the phrase, I love it, simple elegance.
Thank you, Mary Pat. Thank you.
Is what that is. Yes, absolutely correct. We have got a limited amount of the stamps, dies and flocks available. So 25 paper pads in the US and 28 of the stamp dies and the flocks in the UK. And 40 of these in the US. So whichever way you go, you do need to be shopping very, very quickly. We've only got, less than 20 minutes left, but we are going to have a short break, give you a chance to get those bits and pieces checked out. And I know we haven't done it yet, and we're not going to have time to do it all, I don't think, but I wonder if after the break we could just chat around, because a lot of people have asked about that witch.
Yes.
We can chat around how Sheila constructed that when we come back. And then anything else you want to see or ask, please get those comments in during this break, and we will meet you back here in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
There's a personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, we got 2 comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
Presenters are great. Demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making me feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello everyone, Munchkin and I wrote a poem to tell you how much we love Crafters Companion. Sarah being back is a wondrous sight. Sarah has always brought us a treasure trove of delights. Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine. Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine. Your scissors are like a sword in the hand. Your glue is so strong it is in the highest demand. Crafters TV is the happiest sight. All crafters plan their schedules for this amazing delight. The interaction with staff, presenters, and hosts brings fun, satisfaction, and happiness to most. Ben brings us the most entertaining crafting song, but in the end, it all comes down to being able to craft along. Sarah and Crafters Companion, we wish you the most successful 2025 and so many more years to come. Thank you for everything that you give to us.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Just about 10 minutes left on the show. Carolyn says, agree, Ben. Simple and eye-catching. Yeah, absolutely right. Alison Mason says, my son was baptised on Halloween. He was 10. He'd beaten a severe case of meningitis. We had pumpkin soup and toffee apples and had Halloween decorations. That's a lovely story. Listen, if whatever you want, get it in your baskets now because things are selling out. Shirley has said, please tell us about the witch, as I think she is fabulous. We've got about 10 minutes to show you. So what Sheila's going to do is, well, she'll show you the witch again, made from all the dies in this collection, and she'll just simply show you what bits she's used where. She's not going to have time to reconstruct one because we're running out of time, but at least we can show you, Sheila, can't we, what bits you've used?
Yes. So, obviously, I've just got black, purple,
She's
orange,
ace.
and yeah, it's me going, yes. We've got black, orange, green, purple, and a bit of craft. But you can do whatever colour you want. So, first of all, and I will try and cut as many of the pieces as I can, just to show you what comes from which. Boom, boom.
Hey,
witch. Oh, these jokes are terrible at this place, honestly. So, what we've got, I'm using what is the head of the dog. No, I think these are, off the top of my head, I think these might be ears from something. But you can see what they are. They're the two triangles with rounded edges at the top. So I can tell you what that is later. I can look at that. And the top of the pumpkin. That gives us I know I've used the top of the pumpkin for all sorts. That gives us the head, the hands.
The what?
And the hands.
Oh, the hands.
And the nose. Okay. So you've got your head there. You've got your hands, which we can just pop to one side. We don't need those for a minute, but they would be going somewhere down here. And then the nose. So the nose is the top of the pumpkin. As I said, it's very small, but it will work. If you've got, I have like a tray. So if you've got a tray, put them all in a tray. That gives you the nose. I have used as well for a mouth. I've used just in case I don't get to cut that, I've used this one. So just remember, it's the little face next to the broom handle.
Okay.
So that cuts the eyes, and then it cuts out the pumpkin, like the black section here. So I cut it in black as well, and then I've edged it with red lipstick. I put red pen, not real lipstick.
No.
I've given it a lipstick, and I've added the white teeth with just a white gel pen. Okay, so that's the bits for the head. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that back on there because I don't want to lose anything. So the next thing is the hair. So the hair, I wanted her to have long hair. I thought, how can I do this? And if you look at it, if you look at that die, it does look like hair.
Oh, yeah.
So when you pop it out, again, it's a bit more of another like little Pac-Man thing, Ben, isn't it?
Yeah.
But because you've got the hole in it, that's like the ghost outfit for the animals. But what I've done is I actually put her head on there, and I glued that back in place by using a head like that.
Cool.
Okay, so you can see how that works. And then the next thing I added, so you just saw me do the broom here on this card. This broom handle here, I cut 3 times, and then from orange, and I actually stuck those on there. So it made her hair look a little bit like kind of more realistic.
Yeah.
Her fringe is this one here. So this is the cat's chest.
Oh, yeah.
So if you cut that twice, you can then stick it on top of her head here. So one that way, trim off the excess.
Okay.
And then the hat will go on top, obviously. And you've seen me just fix that hat together. The hat's done in black, a purple band, and a craft buckle. So that's kind of that bit. Then you need to cut the cape. You need to cut the cape twice so that it will go over her shoulders. So you keep one cape intact. So you imagine we've got this one here. So we've got the cape like that. So you'll put that over her shoulders like that, which we'll do in a second. And then you cut a second cape, but you cut it in half and put a piece behind the main bit of the cape. So that kind of gives it an extra like bit over her shoulders.
Yeah.
Because now what we need to do, we need to cut the cape from purple. So we cut the cape from purple, and we cut that in half, and that will give you her sleeves. How are we doing for time? We're all right for a minute, aren't we? We're right for a few minutes. Okay. Okay. So cut it up there. That gives her you her sleeves. So keep her sleeves to one side. However, you have got these bits that you cut for her hands. So we can put that one under there because she needs some hands to hold the broom.
Yeah.
Like that. So those are her hands and her sleeves. And then the cape will go over the top. And then you'll cut another cape that will come over here, because otherwise it looks like she's just got a cape down the front, and that wasn't right. Okay, to do the dress, and I'll bring those in a second, we need a bit more purple. And what I've done is I've cut the ghost. So I cut this one first, and when I'd done it, I thought, right, that'll be a dress. But then when I put it underneath her head, it was out of proportion. Basically, the dress wasn't long enough. So she looked like she had a really big head on a short body, and that was messing with my own head. So, and obviously this is so you can see now, this is what created, and I know that when I put it on there, I thought, oh gosh, it looks like it's a bit rude because we've got these 2 gaps here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They were right in the right place. But anyway, that's just a funny thing. That's just a funny thing that happened. So what you're going to do is you'll put the sleeves like that, and then she's got her arms with her hands underneath like that, however they go, and then so you get the idea. And then you'll cut your other cape in half, put those on top, and then this goes at the front with the little bow. And what you can do, if I was you, I would put these back in, because then it doesn't let you see through underneath. And when you glue the cape on now like that, that will hold those purple circles in.
Yeah.
So you've not got gaps that you can see through, depending on what you put her onto. Right, so her shoes, and I mentioned this before, this is the pumpkin face, the big pumpkin face, and the eyes go like that. Can you see that? Yeah, so these are her shoes. So if I turn around, and you can see, I've just attached these to the dress underneath, and put triangular orange scraps. So they show through like tights. You could do green for a skin, whatever you want to do. But that's how we do his shoes. And then what I've done, I've cut another, I think I cut another of these, and I also cut, so I'll do this one just to give, this is what gives her the height. Her broom is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
The pumpkin is pretty straightforward. I've explained the teeth. So this one now can go under here. So let's do that. That can go under there like that. And then the next one, you don't need to do the whole thing. We just need an extra frill at the bottom.
Right, yeah.
So just by doing that, you can pop that through. I'm just going to tear that and then we can get that through just before we finish. What I can do, I can put a picture of her like I usually do, if there's something a bit wacky that I've done. Put a picture of her on my Crafters Companion page, and then you've at least got something to look back on and have a look at how it's done. But that's how you give her the height that you need. There's your sleeves, your hands will go underneath, you've got the shoes, you can do the broom and the stuff yourself, the other stuff. This goes behind her head. You put a fringe on and a nose, etc. And that's basically how you put it together. And then if you just want to add a bit of detail with some white pens, you can do that. I hope that, sorry, I've gone off there a bit, haven't I? I hope that helped and gave you the idea of how you can do it. But I think it's quite nice to just experiment a bit and try and do something a bit different, and again get the most out of your dies that you absolutely can.
Yeah, and again, if you don't follow Sheila on her Facebook, at Sheila Halliwell CC on Facebook, and then you'll be able to see the witch's picture uploaded. But again, just come back to the show. That's probably the best thing to do. Watch the show back, and then you can obviously stop and pause and craft along with Sheila and make your witch as you go. But I think, again, it shows, doesn't it, the creativity that you've got with this collection, because designed to actually be able to make the cute little characters like you're seeing here. This is what you're going to be doing mostly, isn't it? You bought this collection to be able to make the cute, different Halloween pets, whether they're dressed up as a ghost, whether they're inside a pumpkin, whether you've got your catula or dogula, whether you've got your witch's cat sat by the cauldron. This is the kind of thing that you're going to be doing. But isn't it lovely to kind of know and see from this show that you have got a whole host of different ways to be able to use the dies, and the only limit is your imagination. Just to reiterate, the showstoppers have gone. If you are in the UK and US, we do still have the stamped dies and flocks, less than 20 available across the board right here. So this is what you need to be picking up. And remember, once it has gone, it has gone. Sheila, thank you so much. We're back together in an hour for an hour of Colour Me Happy, aren't we?
Yes, Colour Me Happy, which will be a bit more of a free show where we're just showing different ways of using the products, and hopefully we'll create some nice little, almost like little, not toppers and things like that, but little like swatches and things like that. And you might be able to just give us some tips and some ideas on what we can do.
We will have some fun. We will make it nice and interactive. So make sure you come back and join us in just over an hour's time. Until then, thank you for watching.